been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Ingram in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Raptors, Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Lowry and Powell, the guards. And it's Johnson in at the 3. Opening day, Steve, for some teams it's a fresh start, and for others it's the first step towards settling unfinished business, taking care of what they didn't do the previous season.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. I think those teams that came very close to maybe winning a championship or being there, those are the guys that are hungry. Those are the organization. They are chomping at the bit to start the season.
Now, here's Ball. Here's Williamson. Powell pulls it in. Johnson outside. Right wing. Siakam inside. He's covered by Ingram. And Siakam with the basket on the assist by Lowry. Ball against Lowry. Pass to Williamson. Back to Ball. Doesn't go for him. And Toronto will come the other way. And going against New Orleans, their first game of the NBA's regular season.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their 2 meetings.
So you know that every game these two teams play will be an exciting one.
Yeah, and Ball's size makes him a difficult guy to guard. He uses it well to pick up fouls while shooting.
New Orleans shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
That free throw, no good. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
Outside Lowry. Passes it to Gasol. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Marc Gasol. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
and you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays. And Raptors president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, not just doing an amazing job in Toronto, he's also had a huge role in the growing of the game in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he has worked his way up. Now he's given a hand back, building pathways for others to follow in his footsteps, bringing the development and leadership to the continent.
Now here is Lowry. Derek Favors unable to get his shot to go. Here's Siakam, and it's blocked.
And if Williamson's in the area, you better be careful. When you aren't, he's going to stifle you on the offensive end.
But they get it back. And at last, they get one to fall. And here are the Raptors now. Lowry finds Gasol. Lowry against Favors. Great D that time from Favors.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Ingram passes to Favors. And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Derek Favors is a strong-willed player who fights for extra possessions. You gotta box this guy out whenever a shot goes up.
Now, here's Siakam. And the rejection by Favors. And now the Pelicans on the break. Up the floor. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. They get Marc Gasol.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
And that one falls for Ingram.
You look back, in the 7 seasons, the Pelicans have been better than average defensively. They've made the playoffs 6 times. The other 10 seasons, only 1 playoff appearance. Defense has been the difference.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for Marc Gasol. Both free throws good for Ingram. Well, the Pelicans falling off last season at the defensive end. Smitty, what's the key for them getting back on track?
They've got to do a better job of contesting three-point shots. They were awful. Also, cutting down on turnovers would enable them to get back defensively. The defense was clearly not on the same page. No one picked up the open man.
Al Holiday, no points in the game yet for him. 5 to shoot. Baseline try, and it's Toronto with the rebound. Siakam looking around. Lowry dishes to Powell. 3-pointer, but they recover it. Siakam, and the rejection by Favors.
What perfect timing on that play. Derek Favors, an outstanding shot blocker.
They recover it. Raptors trail by 3.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Lowry. There's the pass to Powell. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Ibaka, and the rejection by Favors. Pass the ball. Lobs it up for Favors, and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Alvin Gentry. What's the news there, David?
Thanks, Kevin. He said when you're going against a team that can dominate like this one inside, you have to really play great help defense, communicate, and double team, but only when it makes sense. It's a little bit of a chess match, but it's a physical one, guys.
All right, David, thanks. And that one's good, Williamson.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad.
Now here is Lowry. That one falls.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
And let's forget the height disadvantage. He brings the effort and he brings the energy.
What's up?
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry.
And over the last few seasons, Kyle Lowry's scoring trending downward. His assists increasing, though, dramatically, relying more on his teammates to get the job done.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Tipped away. Ingram against Powell. And Siakam throws it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And we've seen Lowry settling for more perimeter shots in recent years.
I mean, he's always had a great motor, but you have to adapt as you get older. Some back issues starting to creep in, and important for him to stay healthy along the way.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yes, people have been surprised by Siakam's offense. What I'm surprised about is the efficiency.
The Raptors shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
Good on the second free throw. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016. Now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Raptors. Fred VanVleet comes in for Norman Powell. Okafor's checked in for New Orleans. Redick comes in for Drew Holiday. Here's the Raptors with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. The Raptors making a switch here. McCaw's checked in. Ibaka finds Hollis Jefferson. Ibaka against Redick. Got a piece of it.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allowing him to collect a good number of block shots.
Now here's Williamson. After the miss from Serge Ibaka.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Some changes for New Orleans. Hayes comes in for Williamson. And Hart subbed in for Ingram. Siakam outside. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. 6 on the shot clock. McCaw kicks to Ibaka. Hollis Jefferson, good. And the Raptors lead by 5.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. The Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
To stop the drought, it's blocked. Siakam inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
You have to give Pascal Siakam a lot of credit. He's continued to improve the shooting percentage both from the field and the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Steve, let me ask you what's better for a young player's development. Being on a worse team getting more minutes or being on a good team and getting fewer minutes?
You know, I think always getting a chance, Kevin, to play minutes is best for a younger guy. But if it's hurting the team, you don't want to see the coaching staff playing these younger guys just to get the one guy ready. I think you still have to think about the team. You have to have guys earn minutes, whether they're a rookie, whether they're a veteran or not, and I think that's better for young teams.
Now, here's ball. Outside, Reddick. Here's Hart. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Van Vliet. They get it back. Okafor. And it's denied. To the inside. And here is Van Vliet. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Ibaka. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Lonzo Ball picks one up. For Toronto, they have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Moore is checked in for New Orleans. He hits both from the stripe.
The Pelicans tried to build a contender around Anthony Davis. They're hoping this go-around with Zion Williamson, they'll be able to create a more complete team.
Now here's Moore. To the paint. Here's Okafor. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
That's how you attack. Wow.
Agree.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And in recent seasons, we've seen Serge Ibaka involved in some extracurriculars. He can get a little chippy out there.
Yes, indeed. Last season, he had a 3-game suspension. Penalties can escalate for repeat offenders, something he's got to be aware of.
And here's a look at some numbers for J.J. Redick. Last season's performance for him, he averaged 18 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
Siakam outside. Oh, that's blocked. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. And here are the Raptors now. 11-point game. Just 5 to shoot. Ibaka, the pass to Van Vliet. From deep.
Good defense from J.J. He competes out there, and that's what you love to see.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Hayes. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Floats it up there for Siakam. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Pelicans trail by 11. Moore finds Okafor. Launches it. The shot by Reddick, no good. Toronto's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Out to the wing. From past the arc. Shot clock reset for Toronto. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. .149 left in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. Van Vliet passes to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Siakam. And that one goes long.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And Redick kicks to Moore. Outside for Redick. To stop the run. No good that time. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Van Vliet looking around. And it's E'Twaun Moore with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Raptors with one of the best benches in the league, and Fred Van Vliet, a leader for that group.
Yeah, he gives up size every night, Kevin. But he's able to overcome that thanks to his toughness and IQ for the game.
Free throw good, Van Vliet. And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness grade. His toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
Siakam against Moore. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Fades back. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
He has a score-first mindset. E'Twaun plays with a lot of poise, and that buys him time to find an open man.
Passes to Ibaka. Here's McCall for 3. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Redick with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Fires for 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. It's the Raptors. They lead by 14. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. Making his mark in Toronto, guard Kyle Lowry talked about the pioneers of Canadian basketball, like Vince Carter.
Vince Carter really changed the game of basketball in Canada. He created something that's forever lasting, and I think the game of basketball in Canada owes him a lot because he really brought the buzz to the game of basketball in Canada.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Carter's exciting style of play, GA, really energized the whole country.
And playing basketball in a hockey town isn't easy, but Carter really helped get this city and country energized about the game of basketball.
And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Raptors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
So for New Orleans right now, they've got E'Twaun Moore. He's out there with Hart. Then there's Okafor, and it's Redick in at the 1. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. He has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. Here's Hayes. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. Toronto leading by 14. Inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Over a decade in Memphis for Marc Gasol. Even played his high school basketball there. Now a new phase.
The Raptors have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Gasol. And when you spend as much time in one city as Marc Gasol and mean as much as he did to the Grizzlies franchise in that city of Memphis, you know what, Smitty? It's got to be tough to move on.
I'm sure, Kevin, for both sides. Regardless of what he accomplished moving forward, his jersey is getting retired in Memphis. No question about it. The Toronto Raptors are an elite defensive group. Reasons why they're long, they're smart, and they're experienced.
Here's Holiday. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
To score, Holiday does not need to get all the way to the rack. He uses a wide variety of floaters in the lane.
Three-pointer, Lowry. That's good for his 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field. You talk about the defensive IQ, Smitty, for the Raptors. Where does that reveal itself?
For me, Kevin, their rotations. They are able to send help, double teams, and still recover and get out to shooters.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Friday, they'll head home to take on the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Saturday, they'll start out on the road and play the Rockets in Houston.
Take a break.
And for that game against the Nuggets,
2 shots.
I think they know how important it is to see how they measure up against the cream of the crop in the West. I'm looking for them to approach it like this is a playoff matchup.
A Smitty of recent players to enter the league, which had rookie seasons that surprised you?
I think Donovan Mitchell, the way he came out of the gates. I knew Luka Doncic was good, but because I hadn't seen much film or seen him live, he surprised me. Trae Young, the way he's played from a small guard position, those are some of the guys that have surprised me. Some were high drive picks, and some were a little bit lower, but those are the 3.
And the dunk by Williamson.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
Lowry finds Johnson. And the rejection by Favors. Ingram passes to Favors. Now Holiday. New Orleans moving it around. It's Ingram on the wing. Guarded by Powell. Here's Williamson. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Outside Lowry. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. They trail by 16. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's Redick. Good work defensively by Ibaka.
To me, there's a fine line between being aggressive and just flat out forcing it. His inability to make shots right now is sinking the ship.
And he gets it back. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. Ingram's running. Holiday dishes to Favors. The shot misses.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Here's Ingram. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And how about the deceptive strength of Ingram, just willing his shots in over the defense. The second overall pick back in 2016, Brandon Ingram has shown us flashes. But whether it's defense or offense, still a ways to go.
Lonzo Ball, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And Greg, when you talk about Ingram, where would you look for him to make the next step in his game?
Well, in that one season at Duke, he did shoot over 40% from three. I think becoming a reliable shooter from out there would be a key building block offensively.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
And the rejection by Lowry. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. Ball kicks to Holiday. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That'll be his second foul of the game. Raptors leading by 13. Outside Lowry. Trying to end the drought. And the Raptors miss again.
In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the three. So far, not paying dividends.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Gasol with those long arms is a shot blocking expert, especially down low.
Johnson outside. And it's blocked. Now here is Holiday. 11 feet away. Again, Holiday missing.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
Powell finds Lowry. Down low. Shot clock at 5. Gasol passes to Lowry. And again, Toronto no up.
Just not feeling it from beyond the arc. Sometimes that happens. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Now the pass to Holiday. And here's Favors. Now recovering. Favors against Gasol. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Ingram. Drops it in from 11 feet. Ingram's got 5 points in the quarter.
And you gotta respect the level of concentration Ingram maintains at all times. Doesn't matter if he's wide open or pressured. This guy is a lights-out performer.
Here's Gasol. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Ball. Got a hand on it.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Now here's Gasol. He's guarded closely. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Building off a solid first quarter, he's been lights out here in the second.
Ball dishes to Holiday. Floats one up. That one doesn't drop. And Toronto will come the other way.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Lowry finds Ibaka. He can't get it to go.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Here's Ball. And the rejection by Lowry. Johnson, the pass to Gasol. In the corner, Powell with it. Banked in off the glass. Powell's got his first bucket of the night.
This is why you give Gasol a lot of touches. He's a terrific decision maker with the ball in his hands.
And Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Stanley Johnson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Powell. Okafor is checked in for New Orleans. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
Free throw good from Williamson. And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it clean.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
Siakam kicks to VanVleet. Buries the long-range jumper. VanVleet's got 5 points so far.
Oh, that's great awareness. That's a great pass. Credit Siakam and the work he's done to understand where everyone is in this offense.
Ball with the bucket. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
Here's Ball. It's blocked.
He has gone ice cold this quarter. Obviously not helping their cause.
Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Here's Hart. Toronto grabs the miss. Siakam's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Williamson with it. Siakam's there. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
And let's look at the numbers here for Brandon Ingram. A very nice season for him last year. Last season, he averaged 18 points per, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Williamson, the pass to Hart. 1:46 left now here in the second. Siakam against Ball. Pass to Hart. Ingram outside. Lets it go with a 3. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. McCaw, the pass to VanVleet. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
Well, last season, Pascal Siakam more than doubled his scoring. Dramatic improvement as a shooter from the perimeter and the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And we've seen his shooting improve. But Siakam also very dangerous off the bounce.
Yeah, reason why, Kevin, he's becoming a great ball handler. They trust him to press the attack and to get into the lane.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Hayes, he's checked in for Williamson. Etuan Moore comes in for Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Ball. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Pass to Okafor. Now Redick still looking for his first bucket in this one. Gasol with the rebound.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
But they'll get another chance. Van Vliet kicks to McCaw. And Gasol now top of the key. Siakam trying to free himself up. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Okafor. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first half.
Oof, ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue.
Hart kicks to Redick. Here's Hart. Moore in the corner. They need this one. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Etuan Moore understands the game, knows how to execute his role, knows where to pick his spots.
16 seconds left in the first half of the game. And here is Siakam. 9 points in the game so far, just 4 to shoot. Jacks up a three. A big-time effort for Marc Gasol, providing a lot of energy for Toronto. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Kyle, a good first half for you all. How do you continue that for the rest of the game?
We got to come out with our energy. We're going to come out and play our game and keep going out there and pushing. Our defense and everybody's rotating, so we're playing together right now.
We'll see if you stay connected in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It's Toronto with the advantage at the half. They are in blowout territory, leading by 20. Kenny, what do you think?
They're not taking the soft approach to this game, fellas. They're playing physical. Just look at how many times they've gotten to the line by being active, driving the lane, and drawing contact. It's gotten them points at the stripe. It's gotten defenders off balance. They've been the more aggressive team tonight by far.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic out there by Marc Gasol.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yes, defensively, what they've done, they've funneled people his way and banking on his ability to intimidate.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Lowry and Powell, the guards. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's Lowry.
And I love how Ball will stay in your face defensively, not willing to give ground. And I like the fact that he competes on that end.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one. Well, Steve, it's expected that we'll eventually allow 18-year-olds to enter the NBA draft. You're a proud Michigan State alum. Are you concerned players may miss something by choosing to skip the college experience?
You know, Kevin, in this situation, for sure, there's some players that I would say is going to make some mistakes and maybe come out too early and not be ready. But I think we have to allow them to have these decisions and not have these decisions taken away from them. I love college, but there are some guys that are just ready to go play in the NBA, just like other areas of life. When you're ready, you're ready.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, "A Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole." And Kevin, that's what made him, from Philly to Villanova to Toronto, to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you.
Missed 4 straight shots now. At one point, do you have to call a timeout and regroup?
Toronto leading by 18. Here's Powell. It's blocked.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Maybe crossing up the defense there. It didn't look like they were playing favors to drive.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Favors.
And you think of the resiliency of New Orleans. It feeds into the ethos of their sports teams, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Certainly the Pelicans have had their challenges too. Injuries, turnover, and leadership. You can't give up, though. I think that's something this organization and the fans can relate to.
And so Favors nails both of them.
And during last season's playoffs, we heard the Bucks complaining about Drake's theatrics on the sidelines. Smitty, do you see any problem with that?
You know, GA, first of all, we know Drake is very animated. He's a part of this organization. We got to know he's a Toronto native and he loves this team. Yes, it's a problem when it starts to affect the game. But if not, I think all teams, especially the Bucks last year in the playoffs, you just got to focus and play.
Siakam finds Lowry. And again, no good by Toronto.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
And Derek Favors picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Raptors with the ball, searching for that first bucket here in the 3rd. Here's Siakam, and Favors with the block.
The wheels have completely come off for him here in the second half.
Here's Williamson. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Williamson's got 9.
Showing the versatility with the floater, Williamson sees where the D's coming from and able to adapt.
Lowry looking around. To the middle. Here's Gasol, and finished off by Gasol.
Not the biggest of players out there, Kyle Lowry, but he has no problem seeing through the defense on that pick and roll.
Pass to Favors. And Gasol sends it back.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Lowry against Ball. Lowry kicks to Siakam. 5 on the clock. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Siakam. Last season, he played outstanding. Put up about 17 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And for him, it's all about getting better each time he takes the floor.
Also, he needs to avoid distractions on the court and off the court. Just focus on the job at hand.
And it's Toronto with the rebound. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Looking to get it going. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Ball, the pass to Williamson. Over Johnson. Here's Holiday. And terrific work on the offensive glass when he picks up 2. He has 6.
Yeah, the toughness of Holiday, sticking his nose in there, coming up with the second chance look.
Down low. Powell, that's good. And the Raptors lead by 16.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
Ball, the pass to Williamson. Ingram outside. The pass to Williamson. Over Johnson. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Gasol's got his 6th rebound on the night. On the wing, Johnson. He's covered by Ingram. Johnson with it. Back to Lowry. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Powell for 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Favors got his 4th rebound in this one. Fires the 3. And Drew Holiday, the bucket on the assist from Favors. And that's now 9 points for Drew Holiday. Raptors leading by 13. Now here is Lowry. He's got 8. Gasol kicks to Lowry. And right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Lowry's got 11 points.
That's his 2nd 3-pointer of the night. 1 in each half. Trying to keep the defense honest.
This is too easy for Williamson. Once he gets established position, he is ready to attack the rim.
One of the better defenders in the league. Drew Holiday embraces the challenge.
Lowry has the open look. Off target from outside. Pelicans trail by 14. Holiday looking over the floor. To the inside. No good that time. Some solid defense from Gasol. And defending the top scorers in the league is no picnic, but Drew Holiday says it's fun for him.
That's what he grew up on, and he comes from a basketball family. Defense was a topic of conversation at the dinner table.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. 5th on the list, the Pelicans.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
They throw good. Siakam. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
Siakam hits them both. Pelicans trail by 16. Outside Holiday. Pass to Redick. He dishes it to Williamson. Over Lowry. Good work defensively by Lowry. Raptors leading by 16. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. The 3. Lowry can't get it to go.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Now Van Vliet, he has 7. Lowry can't get it to go. Pushing it up. Hayes with it. Lowry picks him up. Holiday against Ibaka. The shot by Holiday, no good. Here is Ibaka. Left side Lowry. Back to Ibaka. Passes it to Van Vliet. The tray. Can't hit that one. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Redick passes to Williamson. Shoots over Van Vliet. And there's Williamson on the assist from Redick. And that's 13 points for Zion Williamson. Toronto leading by 14. Here's Siakam. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. McCaw, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. And New Orleans also making a change. Okafor is checked in for Williamson. Here's Hollis Jefferson. 8 points for him. 4 on the clock. Here's Van Vliet. And again, Toronto no up. Pelicans trail by 14. Lets it go from the wing. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
And Okafor with the block. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Holiday. He's coming off an excellent season. 5th in assists. And, of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And as you said, dishing out dimes at a top 5 pace. He was in total command of the offense last season. Look for more good things to come. The pass to McCaw. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. A strange saga last season for Patrick McCaw. Restricted free agent with the Warriors. He sat out, Smitty, for months.
He did, Kevin. Eventually signed a non-guaranteed deal with the Cleveland Cavaliers, but he was waived within days, prompting a league investigation. A promising young player, the Dubs didn't want to lose him and eventually signed with the Toronto Raptors, and he won another chip.
First one falls for him. You always see these sponsorship patches on these uniforms now, Steve. This is the 3rd and final year of the test run. I think it's here to stay. What do you think?
I do, too. I think the numbers have also coincided that it's here to stay. I think also the revenue. I think people love it, and I think the sponsorship helps.
Hard, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. Both shots good from the stripe.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Here's Hart. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for the Raptors. Pass to Hayes. 5 on the clock. Fade away. Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
Here's Lowry. The teardrop falls in. Lowry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
When you are Lowry size, you need to have a strong floater, and that was a beauty he just put up.
Here's Okafor. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. They'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. And then on Saturday, they'll go up against the Bulls in Chicago.
And for their matchup with the Magic,
Take a break.
it's always interesting for
shots.
top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
That one is off. He hits the second from the line.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
And Moore kicks to Hayes. Pass to Redick. Now here's Hayes. Now recovering. And the Pelicans get it back. Hart the pass to Okafor. Back to Hart. That one off the back iron and out. Toronto leading by 17. Ibaka dishes to Lowry. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's his first foul. Derek Favors checked in for Hayes. .110 left to play here in the third. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Lowry inside the line. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Okafor with the ball. It's Ibaka picking him up. Back to Okafor. And the pass to Redick. Clock at 6. Here's Favors. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Lowry. The drive by Siakam. Shoots over Redick. Siakam, good. Siakam's got 4 points in the quarter.
This speaks to Siakam's all-around game. You're going to give me the mid-range jumper, I'll take it.
Moore finds Okafor. Kick out to Moore. Pass to Favors. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Ibaka's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Here's the three. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Raptors lead by 19. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. Let's take a listen now to Alvin Gentry.
Got to be more aggressive on the offensive end right there. You know what? We got to get the ball moving. They overplay everything. If we get the ball moving, then we open up back cuts and things like that. But we just got to get it moving, okay?
Well, feeling like they're making it easy for the defense right now.
I mean, they really are. And Coach Gentry is pressing on this, Kevin. Got to have more ball movement.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. They're back, ball and ready. Favors is out there with Jahlil Okafor. And it's Moore in at the three slot. Knocked loose, stolen by Ball. They're running. And he lays it up and in.
Yeah, Ball just really good at running in transition. Smart at knowing where to sprint to in the open floor.
Cloak loose. And here's Lowry. Pass to Ibaka. Siakam with it. Moore with the block.
Putting that 6'9" wingspan to use. Etwan Moore with the big-time rejection.
Okafor kicks to Moore. Outside, Redick. Just 5 on the clock. Passes it to Favors. Looking to get back on track here. That shot, no good. Good D by Siakam. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Van Vliet passes to Ibaka. In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Okafor's got 7 rebounds in the game. Redick with it. Back to Okafor. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Outside Lowry. The pass to Siakam. Back to Lowry. Takes a 3. Trains the three-pointer.
It seems like almost every shot Lowry takes is contested, but he doesn't let it bother him.
Ball kicks to Redick. Favors against Siakam. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
He is just going all out right now. Loving the MJ impersonation. Hanging in the midair and still hitting the shot.
Some changes for Toronto. Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. Johnson comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And Norman Powell subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. The Pelicans also changing it up. Williamson is checked in for Okafor. And it's Brandon Ingram in for Moore.
See, now he's getting defenders back on their heels a little bit. Getting to the foul line here in the second half.
Lowry finds Gasol. Great D that time from Favors. So Favors will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. And another name included in that Anthony Davis trade, Brandon Ingram. Still a lot to like about his game.
Pairs up well with what the Pelicans are trying to do. Perhaps the biggest asset coming over to New Orleans could flourish in this system.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. He's off on the second. Raptors leading by 16. In the corner, Powell with it. From outside, off the mark.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Ball, the pass to Redick. Back to Ball. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Here's Siakam. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Derek Favors.
You know, for a player like Stanley Johnson, you are just waiting for the offense to come around. He has shown to be a solid defender, but that's just not enough to find consistent minutes.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, it's been difficult for Stanley Johnson to live up to his draft spot of number 8 overall back in 2015.
You see the talent, Kevin. The fans are still waiting for Johnson to turn the corner with his offense. He's still working to pass the 40% mark from the field in his career.
Siakam hits them both. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Ingram outside. Here's Williamson. Johnson with the block. Here's Gasol. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet. 15 points for Marc Gasol.
Gasol is just so long. When he's driving to the hole, there's not a lot you can do to stop him.
Favors dishes to Redick. Powell with the steal. Toronto leading by 20. He feeds it to Gasol and stolen by Williamson. Now here's Ball. Now Williamson. He kicks it to Ingram. Just 5 to shoot. Over Johnson. And that one's good. Ingram. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 10 rebounds. Here's Powell. Siakam up top. He blocks it again, making his presence felt on this end.
He's holding down the fort, anchoring the defense. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Lowry. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Lowry's got 10 points here in the second half. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. It was shot by Redick. No good.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Puts up a 3. It's good from long range.
And that's tough to guard. Redick, not just a stationary threat. He can do it on the move as well.
Lowry finds Johnson. Now, here's Siakam. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last. New Orleans making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Siakam inside, and it's blocked. Favors against Siakam. And it's Williamson missing. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Toronto. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. There's another block.
And swatting shots away with ferocity.
GA, he is not messing around in this one. Rejected by Gasol. Ingram passes to Williamson. Second chance shot. No good on the shot. Excellent D there by Johnson. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. Siakam outside.
An all-around excellent defender. Favors can cover ground and suffocate shooters.
And the layup's good off the glass.
What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
Toronto calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Pascal Siakam.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
He's had the fans behind him tonight, and that's really been a key for him. Once he got going, they sensed it could be a special night every time he touched the ball. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Siakam. Three-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Raptors lead by 18.
I'm not going to confuse him with Kevin Durant out there, but Siakam has become a real threat from distance.
Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Lowry against Favors. Tries from 10, and the rejection by Favors. Here's Williamson, and Gasol sends it back. Fast break Toronto. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Williamson kicks to Ingram. Over Johnson. Ingram dishes to Williamson. Feeds it to Favors. Can't connect from short range. Raptors leading by 18. Gasol finds Siakam. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got his 4th assist in this one.
Oh, great concentration from Siakam. Takes the hit, yet his eyes never leave the rim.
Here's Holiday. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
And he is just so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then use that beautiful spin to just blow by you.
Here's Siakam, and the rejection by Favors. Here's Ingram. Johnson with the block. And here they come. Here's the floater. He blocks it again.
What a defensive performance. 12 blocks.
Well, he's shutting them down right now. Holiday, the pass to Favors. Shoots over Powell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A big body inside. If you're going to foul Favors, you better wrap him up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Favors.
The former 3rd overall pick in the 2010 NBA draft, Derek Favors is a gifted big man and a crucial player to this team.
And Toronto making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. And here's Lowry. Pass to Siakam. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Bulls got rebound number 8 now on the night. Favors in the post. Ibaka on him. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Favors with those broad shoulders takes up a lot of space going up to shoot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And Greg, last season, the best scoring average of Serge Ibaka's career.
Even with a down year as far as his three-point shooting, Ibaka's still very efficient, getting more of his offense around the rim, playing some at the 5.
And Holiday kicks to Williamson. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 5th assist in this one.
The underrated vision of Holiday. I like it when he's distributing, and I think his coach does as well.
Siakam with it, and stolen by Favors. And a slam dunk by Favors.
Love the tenacity of Favors, especially on defense, where he keeps his hands active, coming away with the steals thanks to his hustle.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Lowry no good on that one.
You know, a multi-time All-Star. He's an NBA champion now. It's taken some time, but Lowry has finally silenced his critics.
1:33 left to play in the final quarter. And the first one at the line is good. Siakam hits them both. Here's Holiday. There's 1:26 left in the 4th quarter of this one. The shot that time, not on target. Raptors leading by 13. Lowry for 3. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Raptors.
They made the most of their free throw opportunities.
They just shot much better, and that improved their confidence, I think, as a team. It was a team that believed they would make those shots.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Pascal Siakam.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
Every day, Holiday can be relied upon to bring focus, energy, toughness, and he's a terrific competitor.
That's off as well, so he misses both. Here's Boucher, guarded by Holiday. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. The first one falls. And so he hits both. And the Pelicans with possession here. Moore outside to the paint. Here's Okafor. That shot misses. Some solid defense from Ibaka. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Mark, we know how important home court is, but especially for you guys down here in Memphis. What's the importance of defending that home court for the team?
Well, we need to win. We need to win, especially at home. Home is always important, and we need every single one of them.
Yeah, FedEx was really kicking tonight, and you guys made that happen. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.